Welcome to Weston, West Virginia. A beautiful little hamlet and kind of the definition of faded American glory. I spent many summers here as a kid, and there's a specific oddity here. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. That is really the name of it. It was built to deal with the thousands of people whose heads were irrevocably fucked by the Civil War. Now, what I didn't know was it had been in operation until, I think the 60s. And if somebody was admitted, then they couldn't get out unless the person that put them in got them back out. And in the later years, one of the most common causes for being institutionalized was postpartum depression. Husbands didn't know what to do with their wives who were just sad. But on a lighter note, my grandfather, growing up, they lived probably 20 miles out into the country, poor, and a couple times a year with a neighbor of theirs who had a car, they would all pile into a stripped down Model T Ford with all the siblings. Now, my great grandmother was a staunch Irish Catholic, and they would pass this building behind me, and she would say, "Okay, children, you know what this building is?" And they'd all say, "Yes, Mom." And she'd say, "And you know why they're in there?" Say, "Yes, Mom." She goes, "Their brains went soft. And do you know why that happened?" And I mean, they all knew, but they said, "Why, Mother?" And she would say, "Because they abused themselves." And then my grandfather later told me that being told that from 6 years of age, a couple years later, he was out behind the barn, sweating bullets, wondering when his brain would get soft and when they'd take him away. So every time I drive by this on the way in, and it's an amazing, huge, handsome building. It's the largest hand stone cut building in America. I always think of that story. And I guess for the first time ever, my brother and I are actually going to take a tour of it today, because in the summers we'd come down, or during hunting season in the past, it had always been closed. So I'm excited.